Welcome to The Herd. This is our holiday-themed episode, if you can't tell. And this is also our final episode of the season. So starting off the show today, I have Taryn and Alexis, and we're going to be talking about some news. So something that was recently, and is actually, if you Google it, I mean, it loads up the Google homepage, is the Burger Kings in the United Kingdom have actually been, or have admitted now to having horse meat in their burgers. Now, a general fact that I know is in the United States, you can have a small percentage of horse meat in a burger and still classify it as full beef. But the supplier that the Burger Kings in the United Kingdom have actually, it's been like 36% horse meat, and they, I guess, lied about it for however much amount of time. And so now there are all these allegations and things going on, lawsuits and things with Burger King. So I don't know, the company Silvercrest, they actually are an Irish company, and they were getting their beef from an unauthorized supplier in Poland. So I don't know, that kind of, granted, it doesn't really affect us here in the United States, so that, I guess, is a good thing. But at the same time, I mean, I guess if I found out that a company had been, I guess, lying to me, especially a food company, because food isn't something...
Sure, when it's like 100% real beef or whatever.
Right.
Is, but
yeah, it's nice to know what you're eating. I know that things are kind of like, I don't know if you've seen things even about McDonald's, like pictures of before and after, like chicken nuggets and stuff. So I don't know, I feel like it's always kind of hard to determine what you're getting at fast food restaurants.
Right.
But
it's always a surprise.
yeah, but I don't know. I think that the advertising part would definitely be the biggest deal, because it's like supplying your consumer with something that they have no idea what they're eating. Like, what if somebody was allergic to it or had, like, and they were advertising it as 100% something else. So that's what I could see as like a huge issue there. And also in like in some cultures it's okay to eat certain things and it's not okay in other cultures. So that's another thing with like the false advertising too. So people could be like really, it may not be a big deal to some people, but to other people it could be like a huge deal. So
for sure, those horse lovers out there.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a horse lover, even though I'm allergic to them. But like that, I don't know. That kind of makes me sad. Like, where are they getting these horses? Are they wild, or are they?
Right.
Yeah.
No,
because
exactly.
I know some horses are like sterilized with, like, they get steroids or stuff like that. So if they're putting that and then they're putting it in our meat or food, it's like, are we getting that?
Yeah.
So
no, exactly.
There's a lot of questions I feel like that need to be answered. And
and like how Taryn, you were saying that in some cultures it's okay to eat horse meat. There's some, I mean, I don't know of any, and there might not even be, but they, with some, I know with like Muslims, or like with Islam, they don't eat pork. That's just something, they just don't eat pork as part of their religion. And so that makes you wonder, are there cultures where they don't eat horse meat, or like, certain types of animals where horses are included in that? And then what if they've been, in the United Kingdom going to they have over 500 locations where these horse meat burgers, horse meat beef burgers, I guess, have been sold. And so, if I found out that for the past, maybe every Friday, I went to Burger King, got a burger, that was just like what I did on Fridays. And then I find out, years later that I've been eating horse meat, I feel like that could cause a lot of internal conflict. And
yeah, for sure. I just think that it's really wrong. False advertising, you need to tell people what they're getting.
For sure. All right, well, thank you guys very much for that. When we come back, we are actually going to visit Bison 101, and we're going to talk about some dorm decorating tips for the holidays.
The future is constantly unfolding. No one knows better than those preparing for it. Every week, NDSU's student-run television organization, the Bison Information Network, brings you SUTV News, with news about NDSU, the campus community, and current events affecting you. Watch SUTV News on Cable 1, Channel 14, Friday and Saturday at 9 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m.
Deeks Pizza. Prices with the student in mind. Fast delivery and conveniently open until 3 a.m. Order by phone at 701-235-0708. Order online at deekspizza.com or order with Deeks' easy-to-use mobile app. NDSU. Make Deeks your choice for pizza this semester. That's Deeks. Great pizza that won't empty your pockets.
Welcome back. Trees, lights, holiday, oh my! We are now going to talk about some dorm decorating tips for the holidays. Now, the semester is coming to a close, but you've still got 2 weeks, and even after winter break, I feel like people still like to stay kind of in the holiday spirit as much as possible. I know I leave up my Christmas decorations till probably like Valentine's Day. Might be pushing it, but I mean, you want to soak it in as much as you can. So, what dorm or residence hall decorating tips do you guys have for us?
Well, one of my favorites that I've been seeing a lot lately is the wrapping paper on the doors where they wrap their doors to look like presents.
Yes.
Which is my favorite, but recently they keep knocking our doors saying like everything on your door is a fire hazard, so I wonder if that's not acceptable this year. Because we had to get rid of all our paper on our doors.
All of it?
Just a couple, I think it was last month, all the RAs came and were like, that paper has to leave, that decoration has to go, it's getting really strict.
I wonder if it's a certain amount or if they've had
Problems in the past.
I wonder if there have been, because I mean, my freshman year, there weren't really any, they would say, people would try to keep all of their door decks, and they would say there was a limit to how much you could have. So I wonder if it can't be wrapped around the door, but you could just have it on the front.
Hopefully, because it's my favorite thing to see.
Yeah.
They look so cool.
Right,
Yeah.
or maybe even if you can't have the full door covered, you could even just cut out squares of different Christmas paper patterns and make it look like presents, all over the door maybe.
Cool.
That could be
I
a
would
thing.
like that a lot.
I know a version of that in high school is to do the same thing to your locker.
Yeah.
I always thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
People were very festive when they did that.
Right?
I'm not that creative or patient to do, but I like to look at everyone else's.
Right, no, exactly.
Another thing that people do is hang up lights. As you can
yes.
see, we have
I love that. I think it's the cutest thing ever, but literally people do that all year round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
It's just kind of part of
holiday.
Yeah.
I've seen some pretty cool Halloween decoration lights too. So I don't know. There's always some fun colored lights.
For
you can have
every season.
Yeah, yeah.
And especially too, if your window, it's fun to go down the street or if you're walking down the sidewalk and you can see people's windows and they've got lights either in the window or in a shape. Because I don't know, then it's especially if it's later at night or once the sun has set, it's a cool thing to see.
Yeah.
It makes the dorms feel more homey and more comfortable.
No, exactly. And that's the main goal. I mean, this is kind of it becomes your new home, so you want it to feel as comfortable as possible. So,
another one is having Christmas trees in your room. One girl on my floor actually has a full, not a real full-life Christmas tree, but it's pretty close. She organized her whole room to fit it in her room.
Really?
You walk in her room and it's literally like Christmas.
That's
I love it.
Oh, that's fun.
It's the coolest room I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But
that's, wow.
Yeah.
That takes some ambition.
Yeah.
I personally, I know at my apartment, I have a tabletop Christmas tree, and they have mini ornaments, they have mini lights, and mini ribbons and stuff, and I actually have kept it on top of my refrigerator because I didn't want to take it apart, and so now that it's Christmas, I brought it down, and I don't know, it's fun because it's clearly Christmas, but it doesn't shed anything because it's fake, and it just, I don't know, it sits right there, it doesn't take a lot of room, and I really like having it.
Yeah, I think it's cool now because you can buy little tiny trees, and then you can also have the ginormous ones
Right.
that people that are established and have a house have, and
Right.
I don't think we could fit those in our dorm rooms or apartments or anything.
Right. The other thing too is I think holiday smells. I don't know. There are just certain smells that are so associated with Christmas and the holidays.
Yeah.
Peppermint, cinnamon.
Peppermint and pine wood, and they're just
cinnamon is too
and
for some
cinnamon,
reason.
and cranberry, and those are things that you don't I don't know, they just wouldn't smell right in like June.
Yeah, exactly.
But since you can't have candles or like scentsies in the residence halls, I think I liked to use a lot were like the wallflowers. It's like the plugins.
Oh,
or
yeah.
another thing my roommate found our spring semester were they're Febreze, they're called like Set and Refresh, and so they're little like, and you just stick this thing in there, and the whole room smelled for like at least a month. And they have so many, every year I feel like they come out with so many more holiday scents. I don't know, like there are a lot of options.
It's good for people who aren't creative like myself. So you can just, like, my room literally has no holiday spirit to whatever.
Oh, funny.
So I'll just buy one of those and it'll smell like Christmas.
Yeah, and just throw it in there. All right, well, thank you guys very much for being here for this segment. When we come back, we're going to talk about some spring 2014 fashion predictions, so stay tuned.
The future is constantly unfolding. No one knows better than those preparing for it. Every week, NDSU's student-run television organization, the Bison Information Network, brings you SUTV News, with news about NDSU, the campus community, and current events affecting you. Watch SUTV News on Cable 1, Channel 14, Friday and Saturday at 9 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m.
Deeks Pizza. Prices with the student in mind. Fast delivery and conveniently open until 3 a.m. Order by phone at 701-235-0708. Order online at deekspizza.com or order with Deeks' easy-to-use mobile app. NDSU. Make Deeks your choice for pizza this semester. That's Deeks. Great pizza that won't empty your pockets.
Welcome back. Now, there's obviously a couple weeks until the spring or new semester, new year. This is the last time we'll see you until next year. So we wanted to kind of talk about predictions for spring fashions and kind of what the projected trends are. So what are the trends that you guys know will be big for the spring?
Well, wording I know is a big thing right now, but it's going to continue throughout the next year. Mm-hmm. And wording is like shirts that say like swag or
which you own,
which I own, and shirts that are just have some type of saying on them.
Yeah.
And I noticed that it is a big thing in, like, have you guys been into Forever 21
lately?
I
was just thinking that.
There,
I feel like,
it's everywhere in that store. It's like
half
sleeves,
of what they have
has,
And there was a shirt, and I think the front said, it was like yes, and the back said no, or something like that. And I don't know, there's so many little things where I'm like, oh, I want that. Oh, but I'd wear that too. Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And so I think with the image we have up right now, there's the shirt that says parental advisories, like the sensor across the chest. I mean, I don't know if that would really be like everyday appropriate. It's great for the runway.
Depends on your style too.
Depends on the style.
Like that's something I would wear.
See, I can see you wearing that. It would also depend on where you are too. I mean, I think for Fargo that might be a little drastic, but if you were in the cities or just like, I don't know, like like a more metropolitan, like bigger city, it would just be a normal thing you'd see, everywhere. So
I'm not a big fan of the woods because I feel like it's, like you said, it's not appropriate for every situation, and a lot of the times I don't completely agree with 100% of like what on there.
Yeah, like swag. No, you have no swag. You shouldn't wear that.
Just 75% of the time.
But overall, I mean, you guys, so thumbs up to you, yes, for the word trend, and your thumbsing it down.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with Lex's. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know. I feel like it's a way to express yourself in a more casual way.
Yeah.
I think it can be cool. All right, so what's next?
Another big thing is the inverted buttons.
Yeah.
Where you just button like the top two, couple of them, and then
Yeah.
you just cape out. Which, I mean, make sure you're wearing something underneath it.
Yes, that would be good. I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't know how I feel about it either.
It's weird.
I mean,
Because it doesn't like fit around the parts that you like. Maybe you like, I'm gonna say boobs again,
Yeah.
like your waist.
Yeah.
But this one
Yeah,
is
just like the
it's
curve.
just
Right.
a triangle shape.
It makes me think of like old school like TLC. I don't know if you guys remember that music video where they're like wearing the silk pajamas and like they had just like the two buttons buttoned here. I feel like it's really 90s.
Yeah,
And I get
it
that
is.
they, try to recycle trends, but I think this one needed to stay.
Just stay in the
Stay
90s.
back. Yep. All right, what's next?
Another trend I have is like the cowgirl style, where like
Okay.
you see like cowgirl boots like everywhere now.
Yeah.
It used to be like really expensive, but
Yeah.
now it's just like $20, $30 to get
Right.
your own cowgirl boots, and I
Yeah.
actually love the trend.
Okay.
see,
yeah.
not me.
It's not-
Yeah, we're totally different.
Totally
That's
opposite.
funny, but-
I don't know. I mean, I think if it's done right, I feel like it could be really easy to lean over into like costumey if but
Or are you looking like a cowgirl?
like a legitimate, yeah.
Like a legit.
right.
Yeah.
And not like
Which is cute.
yeah.
But
If it worked, but I almost feel like I could see people who live that lifestyle being like,
Yeah.
oh, you're
Yeah,
a poser,
like-
or
yeah, exactly,
you
it
don't
could
muck
start
around in the hay bales. I don't know, but
Yeah. Horse poops.
horse poops. I think you're the only
Okay.
person that could say it in like a cute way. Horse poops. Okay. What else do we
well,
have?
another thing, kind of
Oh.
going with the cowgirl, is the fringe, which
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love fringe.
Yeah.
I don't like friends.
Of course you don't.
Battle right now.
But like I've seen it a lot on like purses, which I own
Yeah.
a fringe purse. I own a fringe jacket. I own a fringe scarf. I love fringe personally, but
Yeah.
I feel like a low fringe is cute, but then people just overdo it sometimes. It's just like fringe everything. It's just,
it's full on.
Yeah. And I think too, I mean, I really like kind of like the suede jacket that has like the fringe, like wing type. Yeah. No, basically. I like that. I think it'll be interesting to see how it's incorporated into like dresses and things, if it's going to really have like that 1920s influence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then what's the last one you guys have for us?
About the tuxedo jackets.
Yeah.
Instead
Oh,
of like cardigans, which were
Yeah.
big like a couple years ago, we're moving into the tuxedo jackets, which are kind of like blazers, but they are kind of longer
Yeah.
in the collar.
Yeah,
area.
right. Okay, so if these trends, or what do you guys want to see in the spring, or what do you think will be the most popular for the spring?
Well, since it's winter pretty much all spring in North Dakota, I'm really rooting on for the fur this next year.
Okay.
I like fur.
Yeah.
It's hot, sexy. You can
Yes.
make it classy. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
it looks good on everyone.
And V?
And I think gold, like gold lacing or gold accents,
Yeah.
will be the next big thing, because I want it to be the next big thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So fur and gold. We'll check in the spring and see how those trends turned out. All right. Well, thank you guys. When we come back, we are actually going to talk about the Grammy nominations and Rebecca Black's Saturday.
Woo!
Jitters is the NDSU Campus Communities Coffee Hub. Conveniently located right next to campus, Jitters Coffee has a wide range of amenities, including comfortable seating, Wi-Fi, and an assortment of beverages. Jitters is here to meet your needs, whether you're looking to relax and socialize or study in a rich, active environment. Be sure to make your way over for your morning brew, a bite at lunch, or for a break between classes. Get your fix only at Jitters.
Hey, I'm Mariah, and I'm at Bus because not only does it save me money, but with 20 different routes, it makes getting around Fargo much more convenient. I'm at Bus. Do you?
Deeks Pizza, prices with the student in mind. Fast delivery and conveniently open until 3 a.m. Order by phone at 701-235-0708. Order online at deekspizza.com or order with Deeks' easy-to-use mobile app. NDSU. Make Deeks your choice for pizza this semester. That's Deeks. Great pizza that won't empty your pockets.
Welcome back. So the Grammy Award nominations for 2014 just came out, and looking at Song of the Year, I feel like that's a pretty easy one that everyone would be able to identify with. We've got Give Me a Reason by Pink, Roar by Katy Perry, Locked Out of Heaven by Bruno Mars, Royals by Lorde, and Same Love by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. So of these five, which one do you guys think will take the top prize?
It's a really hard decision.
Yeah.
Honestly, all these songs have been on like the top lists and
Yeah.
everything, but I don't know.
I don't think Bruno Mars will get it.
Yeah, I don't think-
I'm not saying that one.
I agree with
I
that.
feel like Give Me a Reason. Like I love Pink. I'm going to her concert in January.
Ooh,
but,
that's exciting.
I feel like that song's kind of like last year, so a lot of people have forgotten
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
I'm not doing with Lorde, or Katy Perry or Macklemore. I have no idea.
I know. Yeah, I feel like you can come to those three.
I would probably say Lorde, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like every time you turn on the radio, that song is on.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got like a really catchy beat, so every time it does come on, I'm like, just turn on the radio really loud so I can hear like the bass and just jam to
She's
it.
like a big breakthrough too. Like, she's
Yeah.
like new and
Yeah,
young
right.
and, like,
yeah.
fresh.
Yeah, that's like another reason too, is like all these other artists are kind of more familiar,
Yeah.
so I think it's kind of cool that,
She's like new.
yeah.
I think it would probably come down to that and then Same Love, because
That was a really.
I feel like Same Love had like, everyone was like, oh, the message is so good. But at the same time, I feel like it had its moment and it just kind of faded.
Yeah, I haven't heard it like recently. This
No.
summer I feel like it was really popular,
Yeah.
but like recently I haven't really heard it
No,
on the radio or
exactly.
anything. But other than that, like Just Give Me a Reason or Roar and Royals, I feel like every time you turn on the radio, one of those songs is
Yeah.
on.
Oh.
Like even if you're going for like a 10-minute drive or something, like
The Just Give Me a Reason song, I swear, I heard at least every day last like winterish fall.
yeah.
It
And I
was.
feel like I feel like those songs, people got sick of them pretty quickly. I'm still not tired of Royals.
I'm not tired. Just Give Me a Reason.
You're not tired of it? All right, and so still speaking of songs, Rebecca Black. Everyone knows her for last year, she did, or 2 years ago, she did Friday. And now she I actually stumbled across her, she has like a YouTube channel now and she does like vlogs and whatever.
Seriously?
Yeah, and so now she has this new music video for her song Saturday. And you can see this picture here on her bowl. It says, Gotta Have My Bowl. The whole music video,
does
she's
that
just kind of
mean?
making fun of Friday. So in the Friday, she's like, gotta grab my bowl, gotta have cereal, or whatever. Some of the line.
She's making fun of her previous.
She makes fun of her previous, yes. So, I mean, in a way, I get it. You know, she
It's kind of like a PR thing.
yeah, and she's like, you know, I get everybody hated Friday. I hate Friday, you know, whatever. But
Saturday's just as bad.
it's just
I feel like it's sending like a wrong message for her because it's like only her second song and it's all about like partying
Yeah.
and stuff.
No, exactly.
And her voice is literally at the same pitch
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Just like monotoned of auto-tunedness.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just like,
Yeah.
it's not good.
I know, it's probably not hard to determine what's next. It'll be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Too bad she'll probably only have 7 hits.
Right. and then she'll be done. So she'll like space them out like every 2 years. She'll do another day just so she can have like longer than the 15 minutes of fame.
But don't you think she like changed like her face? Doesn't even look like
No,
the
I
same
mean
as-
she got older.
How
I
many
think
years ago was it though?
I think 2, maybe
like-
2 or 3.
Oh, I don't know.
Was it?
I feel like I was in 10th grade maybe when it came out. So yeah, 11, 12.
It's been a while, yeah.
3 years,
2 or 3
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
The other thing too, I just realized, totally skipped over it. Going back to the Grammy nominations, what artist or song do you feel like should have made the list, or like what are you surprised is not on there?
something with Justin Timberlake.
I heard that. Everything he does is just, why?
He's a triple threat.
He really is. He really is. He's so great.
He's so good at dancing. Like, I literally, at his, I think it was VMAs maybe, I just watched the performer, like, I just stared at him.
You're mesmerized, because he's just, everything he does is just, and then I'm also surprised that Miley Cyrus didn't, like, something
I'm surprised
Miley.
about that one, because she had, like, huge, like, media, like, surrounding her, and so I'm surprised
We Can't
that.
Stop didn't get on there.
Yeah.
'Cause that was, like, over the summer, too, right around the Lords came out.
Yeah, and that was just, like, I don't know, and maybe it was the overhype of Miley, and that's kind of why she didn't make it, but...
Sure, she'll perform still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But just based on, like, I feel like you kind of base your predictions as far as, like, Oscars or, like, Emmy or whatever based on what you hear the most about.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've heard more about Miley and even, like, heard her songs more than any of the 5 that were on the list.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know, like Katy Perry, like that was song just like hit recently, but I haven't heard very much about it.
No.
Or like Bruno Mars, like.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for that. When we come back, we have one more quick segment that we'll be sharing with you guys, so stay tuned.
The future is constantly unfolding. No one knows better than those preparing for it. Every week, NDSU's student-run television organization, the Bison Information Network, brings you SUTV News, with news about NDSU, the campus community, and current events affecting you. Watch SUTV News on Cable 1, Channel 14, Friday and Saturday at 9 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m.
Deeks Pizza. Prices with the student in mind. Fast delivery and conveniently open until 3 a.m. Order by phone at 701-235-0708. Order online at deekspizza.com or order with Deeks' easy-to-use mobile app. NDSU. Make Deeks your choice for pizza this semester. That's Deeks. Great pizza that won't empty your pockets.
Welcome back. Now, as we end the show today, this is our last show of the season, of our first season, and so I wanted to do a quick farewell to these 3 ladies here. So, we're first going to say goodbye to V. She is graduating in December, which is now. She'll be graduating with a degree in accounting, and she's actually moving to Minneapolis, right?
Yep.
To start a new job in January, so that's really exciting. And then we've got Taryn. She's graduating with a double major in public relations and advertising and also broadcast journalism, and she's actually going to stay here in Fargo to work. And then lastly, we have Lexis. Lexis is actually going to be continuing her broadcast journalism studies in Australia, where she will be studying abroad at the University of Sunshine Coast, right? And so it's been really,
Check out that selfie.
No,
Australia.
You look great. It had a lot of licks, so that's why I used it. So I wanted to thank you guys, first of all, for being a part of this first season. I don't know, it's been really great, and I really have appreciated all the help that you guys have provided, and I wish you two the best with everything with life. And then we will be seeing Lexus back in the fall when she comes back from studying abroad. So she'll be back. But I just don't worry. And we'll see if when it would be as visiting, and if Taryn has some free time, we can rope them in to be some special guests at some point. But I just wanted to do that quick farewell, and thank you guys.
Thank you, Mariah. We'll be back, and it's been a lot of fun, and I love it.
Yeah, it's been a great experience.
Yeah.
Good. I'm so glad. So, where's Jordan? But this has been, thank you guys, thank everybody who has been watching. Yes, jump in here. So this has been so great, and I want to think these have been my first 4 co-hosts. You guys are part of history. You guys are the history in the making. The Fab Five. So thank you guys, and thank everyone. I want to thank everyone on the cast and crew. I want to thank June and Michaela and Mitch and Jake and Tony and everybody who has been so helpful in helping me produce this show. And we'll see you guys in January when we come in with season 2. We'll have a lot more and bigger and better things, and it's going to be really great. So thank you so much. And that is a wrap.